Good morning, my word nerds. Yes, I am early, and there's a reason for it. But look, the sun is coming up, and even though it's been raining, oh, there goes my windshield wipers. I need to turn those off. Even though it's been raining, it's starting to clear up a little bit, it looks like. So we might actually get some patches of dry today, just like we did yesterday. So anyway, there's your weather report. Good morning. My name is Christine. I am a member of the Perry Girls, and each and every weekday morning I bring you a new and amazing word of the day for you to add to your vocabulary so that you can sound SMARTICLES. So today's word of the day is, again, because it's Thursday, a word that we are sharing with the Heart Tribes, the Perry Girl Heart Tribes. And if you don't know what the Perry Girl Heart Tribes are, please go to perrygirls.com and check it out. In fact, I think the Heart Tribes is hearttribes.perrygirls.com. And you can kind of check it out and see what it's all about. Pretty amazing group of women, let me tell you what. I used to be in the Heart Tribes. It's a personal choice not to be there anymore. But yeah, so I'm here today to do my word of the day, the Perry Girls word of the day, and the Heart Tribes word of the day. So it's a triple threat. I am a lot early. I'm usually here in about 35 minutes to an hour or so, usually somewhere between 8 and 8:30 Pacific time. But this morning we had a bit of a schedule change, like massive schedule change. The high schooler goes to school at 7:15, and the person who usually takes her left early because they had to be at their place much earlier. Good morning, Jenny Lee. So I got to skip my workout and skip my regular routine and drop her off at, I think, 10 to 7. So then I just decided, all right, I'm just going to go to work. And then I got here, and now I'm sitting here, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do the word of the day. But I'm half an hour early. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get to the word of the day, shall we? Today's word of the day is languish. Not language, languish. Languish. Guish, like squish. Languish. And languish it's a verb, and it means to grow weak or feeble or suffer from being in a place. Suffer from being in a place, like stuck in a place. Like, I languish at my desk, my cubicle. You could say you languish in your cubicle. You could say that a prisoner languishes in a cell. So that's kind of the negative side of it. To grow weak or feeble is kind of also another negative connotation. So if you're languishing, prisoners of war languish. So I think the reason that we're focusing on this today in the Heart Tribes is to kind of acknowledge that sometimes we languish in our lives, but with the strength that we find through Perry Girls and Heart Tribes and our Periscope friends and our IRL friends and family, we can get past all of these languish moments. We can get past the stuck feeling. We can get past the feebleness, and we can grow strong again. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you're languishing or you feel languished, you have people to turn to. You have somewhere to go, right? I've heard it said so many times that when you hit rock bottom, there's only one way. There's only one direction left, right? And that's up. So yeah, that's when I think of languish, that's what I think of. I think of those times in my life where I've needed to allow someone else to kind of help me be strong. I've had to lean on someone. I've had to let someone else be the rock of the family. So yeah, and that in and of itself shows a lot of strength and character. And I'm not tooting my own horn. When an individual is able to allow themselves to need someone else, that's a huge thing. I mean, that's really huge, especially for my generation, right? We were raised to be independent. We were raised to not rely on other people, to not rely on the government if you don't have to not rely on the people at work. You know, if something needs to get done, you just do it because it needs to get done. Yeah, that's just kind of how I'm wired. It's kind of how I'm programmed. So for me to admit, you know, oh, I'm really struggling with this and I need help, that's huge for me. So when I find myself kind of stuck in a rut, instead of languishing and allowing myself to wallow in the fact that I am, suffering from being stuck in a place. I think that's the key word there, is suffer, right? If you're suffering from being stuck in a place, that's the languish part of it. You can get stuck and not be languishing. It's when you allow yourself to suffer from being stuck instead of doing something about it. If you allow yourself to suffer, that's the languish, right? That's where that comes in. So anyway, interesting word. Use it, don't abuse it. I hope that you have the opportunity today to kind of think about, a time in your life when maybe you did allow yourself to languish and suffer from being stuck somewhere, and what you did about it. And then really take inventory on where you are today. Are you languishing in any facet of your life? Are you languishing in some relationship? Be it a love relationship, or a friendship relationship, or even a relationship with one of your family members, child, parent, grandparent, whatever it may be. Are you allowing that relationship to languish, to suffer from being stuck? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to fix it? Are you going to repair it? Are you going to mend it? Are you going to make that phone call? Are you going to drive over there and say hello? Or if it's your job, right? If you're languishing in your cubicle because you're suffering and stuck in your cubicle and you don't want to be there, you want to be, working outdoors, or you want to, drive a car instead, you want to become an Uber driver, but you just don't think you can make ends meet. Do the research. Really think about it. So let's remove the languishing from our lives today. Let's break out of the languish cycle and be free and be ourselves and be happy. Allow yourself to be happy, because if you're languishing, you're probably not happy. I mean, suffer is part of the definition of the word languish, right? Who's happy when they suffer? How many people I know? I do know people who make themselves miserable, who go out of their way to put themselves in positions in their world where they're suffering so that they have something to complain about, because they're not happy unless they have something to be unhappy about. Those kind of people. But that's not what this is about. This is about you and me, and taking accountability and taking ownership of our emotions. If you find that you are languishing about something in your life and you don't want to be, don't. Go fix it. Do something different. Just saying. We have the power. We have that ability. We are human beings. We have thought processes and we have self-control. So if you don't like the way things are going, change them. All right? Anyway, there's today's scope. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday already. My days of the week have been all messed up this week. I think it's because I had so many short weeks for the last few weeks. So yeah, have a marvelous Thursday, and I will see you guys again tomorrow morning. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to one another. All right? Mwah. Bye now.